Hello and welcome to SCAN. This show is brought to you by SCAN, which stands for Social Community Activities Network. SCAN is a not-for-profit organization dedicated to helping active adults stay in the community. They are empowered, informed, and inspired. I am the host today, Pat Bohse, the Executive Director of SCAN, and I'm really pleased to be back with you. So welcome to SCAN offers information and insight and educational opportunities for those who are 50 and over. We want to keep you informed on the services and what's going on in the community. We have a variety of guests, and today we have some fabulous guests because they're members of SCAN, so you'll be hearing from the experts in regards to using SCAN as a vehicle to stay informed and to stay social. We will provide you with the latest information and hope that you can gain some valuable insights into issues and topics of your choice or need. And I know that this is a special opportunity for us because it's our 30th anniversary. And so what you're going to be seeing in the next couple of minutes is a video that we have produced about SCAN's history. John Wannett, who was the founder and the visionary who started SCAN, has been able to keep this dream going for the last 30 years. And in the video, you will see him and all of the earlier pioneers of SCAN and what they went through in order to get us to where we are today. 30 years later, we're still in the Monmouth Mall, and we really want to thank the mall management for having us here. And we have a variety of classes that you'll learn a lot more about in the next two sessions, but I really want to take this opportunity to introduce our first guest, which is Marie DeMarco, who is a member of SCAN, has been for 18 years. That's right. And she is a member of one of my favorite classes, which is our Tuesday morning studio art class. And behind us are some of her works, but I'm going to let her describe that. So welcome.
Thank you, Pat.
I'm really happy that you're here and that you accepted my offer. But I really would like people to know how you came to the SCAN table 18 years ago.
Well, when I first retired, I decided I wanted to kind of take up some art because I always loved to draw as a kid. And so I looked into some private lessons, but they were like so expensive, and I had never heard of SCAN. And I was mentioning it to my neighbor, gosh, it's so costly. So she said, you ought to look into SCAN. It's a great organization, I hear. She said, I'm not a member, but I have the book. So she gave me the book, and I said, oh gosh, this sounds interesting. There were all sorts of art classes 18 years ago being offered.
And still now we have, I think we have at least 6 of them now.
Yes, that's good. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
That's a good amount. So I came here the next day. Didn't even know how to get here because I was new to the area.
Where did you come? Where did you live initially?
I was raised in Cranford.
Okay, and then you relocated?
The shore, but not Eatontown area.
Right, and then you relocated where?
To Wall.
Okay. And so then you showed up at our door.
I showed up at your door, and I signed up, and there was an art class going on, which about 25 people were in it, at least 25. And I kind of asked if I could just peek in the door and see what they were up to. So the gal at the desk said, sure, go ahead. So I looked in, and the art teacher saw me peeking in, and she came over and she said, can I help you? And I told her I had just signed up, and I knew that the semester had just started, and that maybe I was a little too, late. She goes, no,
never too late.
Never too late. She said, step in, I'll tell you what you need to bring and come back next week. So I did, and then I started with drawing, and I took drawing courses from May to December. And then everybody in the class was sticking around for the second class, which was pastels.
Okay.
They said, you have to take a pastel, So I asked Santa for a set for Christmas, and I got it.
And he delivered.
He delivered, big time. And so then I started with the pastels. And then I went into watercolor for a while. But a pastel was really, that was my niche, I really liked pastels. So that's how I got started. And then there were a group of women who also came around the same time I did. So we were the newbies on the block because the other women in the class had been taking from Dee Dee Ulinet for years. She was the instructor, taught all different art mediums.
I heard a lot about her when I came.
She was wonderful, wonderful. So we became friends, and the first thing you know, they said, hey, we're going to Canada on a painting vacation. You want to come? So I said, sure. So then we started every year going away, a group of us who painted together here for 2 days a week for like 6 hours. Then we started going on vacations, always with the art instructor.
Okay.
And those friendships are still thriving today.
So tell us a little bit about them, because a lot of the members in that class on Tuesday morning travel from all variety of places.
North Arlington.
Yeah.
One used to come from Mendon.
Okay.
She's now moved to North Carolina. And then
We'll have to Skype her in, but okay.
And Metuchen. And Princeton. We have a gal from Princeton who comes up every week.
And we have a few gentlemen in the class.
And we have a few gentlemen in the class that were back in the day. They were in the class as well. And we're very good friends with all of them. And so it's been a real friendship building and artfully, which the worst term I'm using, a really art experience, let me put it that way.
Yeah, so I think your class kind of explains really the whole concept of SCAN having its own communities. I mean, again, we had our legal name is Senior Citizen Activities Network,
I remember.
but we changed it to Social Community Activities Network because I think our product is socialization here. We really want people to be social because if you are, you stay healthier, mentally, physically, emotionally. You have someplace to go every Tuesday morning from 8:30 to 12, and let's not forget that you all go up for coffee in the morning.
Oh, yes,
and then you come down and share, you know, your skills and comments on each other's work, and that's what it's all about, is building community. So I think you're not only a fabulous member of SCAN for 18 years, but I think your class really shows what happens within most of our classes. Everyone takes care of each other.
They do, and I mean, we've become so close that 3 of us moved into the same retirement community in Lakewood.
And you travel here.
And we travel here from
Yep,
there.
and so I think that just keeps the conversation going. But I do want to talk a little bit about you and your art and what you've accomplished behind us. So these 2 fabulous pictures. So why don't you tell us a little bit about those?
Okay. Well, the one behind Pat is an oil painting, and it was a scene in Europe from a picture I saw in a magazine, actually. And I thought, gee, that looks kind of nice. I'd like to try it. So it's painted on board, oil board, which is a very hard substance. It doesn't have any give like a canvas. And the paint moves around until you get about 10 layers, and then it stays in one place. So it's a little challenging, but it's fun. It's and you can be as loose as you like with it. You know, it's very amenable to using brush strokes that are very light or brush strokes that are very heavy. And the palette knife, the bottom of that painting was pretty much done with a palette knife.
Wow.
So it's fun to work on. There's now, over the years, I've seen so many changes in the art. The supplies just, you know, you never can have too many supplies.
Okay.
So you try them all.
So I remember when I first came here and you guys were in another room versus where you are today. And whenever I went in the closet, there was always these magazines and picture books of all different sceneries and stuff like that. So I know that you go through those books, you pull out what you want. When I come to your class, everyone has their a copy of what they're investing time and energy into, and it's amazing how you can reproduce that from, you know, just watching or looking at the picture. So an incredible talent. And the picture that's behind you, tell us a little bit about it.
This is a pastel, and it's actually my rendition of Richard McKinley's painting. I use it as a study, and I was happy with it when it was finished. But Richard is a very fine pastelist. He's pretty world renowned, and he uses this particular painting in a lot of his advertisements in art books, where he's, you know, advertising his classes and the different sessions he presents. And so I was fortunate enough to take a course with him, and he was just the most wonderful teacher.
Wow.
Oh my gosh, he talked art from 8 in the morning to 11 at night. I mean, he was there for every student in the class. It was wonderful. So this is my homage to Richard McKinley.
Okay, and the thing, I do think, because you know what, at SCAN we have lots of events and fairs and stuff, and we've never thought about maybe having some famous artists come in to do some presentations for art artist, such as yourself, but in Monmouth County we also have what's an annual art show. It's really in the 21 counties throughout New Jersey, and there's a state show to pick the best of the best. SCAN ran that for a few years, and I was amazed at the talent. But maybe we should invite some renowned artist in and invite you all to come and listen to them and ask them their questions. So maybe in our planning session for 2019 we'll put that on the drawing board.
Well, I think the class would be receptive to that.
Very good. So
I mean, all the classes probably would.
Absolutely. So I will talk to the powers that be about that one. So the other thing that I really wanted to talk about is the art show. I know that you have entered in the past as far as some of your paintings, and you won some ribbons or something like that we were sharing.
Well, I did get to the state level with one of my pastel paintings, and but I have joined. Well, since I moved to Ocean County, I have become involved with that art show, and it was a very good, rewarding experience each time.
Yeah, and the county offices on aging usually host those in a variety of places. I think that Ocean County Community College was
That's right.
the host of that. And so in New Jersey, or in Monmouth County, we have Monmouth Arts who are doing it now. And so it's wonderful to see all of these talented people come together, especially locally and then nationally. I mean, on a state level, which is wonderful. So we have one more minute left. Can you believe time flies when you're having fun?
It does.
But can you just tell the audience, why do you keep coming back and what you think of SCAN 30 years later?
Well, I just think it's a wonderful opportunity to be with people who have a like interest as you. And the time that you spend with them in the classes, you're all learning, so you're all excited about what you're learning and you're sharing. And then you go for coffee,
yes.
And then the friendships build, and then the friendships, continue. And I've seen it over the years, over and over. So I know that it's a good formula.
Yeah, and I know that we have some snowbirds, so they go away in the winter.
Yes, they do.
And they come back, and we do miss them, but they love coming back, and they stay in touch. So again, SCAN, this is one class of all of our 35 classes that we offer that we've developed these small communities. So on behalf of SCAN, I want to thank you for being such a loyal member and staying with us all of these years. And hopefully you'll be with us for the next 18 to 30 years or however long SCAN's around. So I want to take this opportunity to thank you. And I would like to welcome you all back after a short break to talk about one of our newest members to SCAN. So this is really a SCAN festival. So thank you, and we'll talk to you soon.
Thank you, Pat.
Hello there, big boy. How about taking me home?
I'm on my last life, so please take me now.
I'm the kitty in the litter.
Hey, buddy, can you throw me a bone?
Just think, all this can be yours.
They'll make a mess. I won't.
Take me home to your home.
How can you resist?
Please support your local SPCA. After all, giving is what makes us human.
Welcome back to SCAN. My name is Pat Bohse. I'm the Executive Director of SCAN, and I am the host today. I'm really happy to be back, especially for this particular show because it's all about SCAN. And SCAN stands for Social Community Activities Network. Again, the product that we promote here at SCAN is socialization. And you just heard from a seasoned member of SCAN that she's been with us for 18 years and that she keeps coming, so we must be doing something right. But our next guest is the newest member of SCAN. I mean new within the last month, but not new in regards to taking advantage of one of our programs called SAT, which stands for Successful Aging and Technology. And so with that, welcome to SCAN.
Thank you very much.
So Maddie Bennett is new to us. So I'm going to let you do a lot of the talking because I was always so impressed with how you found us, and i.e. that's why you're holding a paper. So
Yes.
go ahead and tell us your story, and then I'll ask you a bunch of questions.
Okay, purely by accident. In a doctor's visit, they usually have magazines and catalogs sitting on the counter. So while you're waiting, I picked it up, and sure enough, the Monmouth County Women, which is absolutely a treasure of information upon itself, is how I found you. And you were advertising the SAT, which I was very excited. When I started reading more, I said, "Oh, I could learn something maybe here." Because at my age, you're afraid of going on the computers, and you always have to ask your kids how to use the phone. Your grandchildren, my 10-year grandson, knows how to work it. How do you do this? What do I do now? How do I get out of here?
They get upset with us, and they make those faces.
Yes, and they say, "How do you not know this?" And I said, "Never mind." So when I saw this, I got excited. I thought, you know what? I need this. I need this. I want to be independent. I have to be independent. And I'll tell you, I was scared at first because I always thought, "Oh, I'm going to crash it. I'm going to lose it. I'm going to lose everything." No.
So let's just kind of back up a little bit. So you went to the Successful Aging and Technology class in Kingsburg.
Yes.
So that was probably about 4 or 5 months ago.
Yes, probably maybe 6 months now at this point. Yes.
And so you found us in the County Woman, who
Yes.
is one of our media partners. You can put the magazine down. They'll be very happy that we are promoting them. And then you took the initial step to get in touch with us.
Yes, I did.
So how were you treated when you called?
Oh, with grace and dignity, which is wonderful, because at our age, you're always made to feel dumb if you don't know the right things to ask. And they were so gracious. Just, what information, you bring all the information, you answer questions, the application, they help you get through it. It was beautiful. You go for the interview and you're accepted, and the exciting, you come out, and I feel like I really came out more than I thought I went in for. I really did.
Okay.
Because it is a twofold program, which is a wonderful gun. The first part, we learned about how to age gracefully and with help, where to get the resources, which is so important, because you don't realize, where to go. We don't, So to get that information and to know where to go for it was wonderful, I'm telling you.
So again, let me recap some of that. So SAT is a 2-part program.
Yes.
One is technology,
Yes.
and we're able to provide tablets to certain individuals,
Yes.
and you are one of them.
I was lucky enough to be one of them,
And
yes.
then the other is health and wellness classes. We do about 6
Absolutely.
of those about how to keep yourself healthy. And we had shared this conversation before. They don't teach us that in school when we're
No.
growing up. They don't talk about
No.
getting older. They don't
No.
talk about the importance of good nutrition
No.
younger versus older.
Absolutely.
And so, it's like catch up and find out what we should have known a long time ago.
Absolutely.
And then this is the piece that I'm getting really excited about, is we do 2 classes on financial literacy.
Yes.
And again, depending on how you come to the table, either you took care of the bills all of your life or you did not.
Right.
And what we're finding is many people who lose their significant other have no idea about the whole kit and caboodle in regards to finances.
Absolutely.
And what you're eligible for. So we do provide you information about what's available from the federal government, the state government, the local government,
Yes.
and just other resources, so that, I don't know about you, but I believe in free, cheap, and food.
What's the saying for seniors? If it's free, it's for me. Let me tell you, it helps.
It does. And I always like a bargain. I still clip those coupons
Absolutely.
for
My favorite word is
ShopRite.
clearance.
Absolutely. So we spend a lot of time on that.
Yes.
And so I do think it'll be one of our next new departments or divisions that we're going to probably bring in some financial literacy coaches
Oh,
to work
wonderful.
with you guys.
I think that's going to be a very positive, help for us, because a lot of us don't still quite know how to,
Maneuver that.
Yeah.
And your unlimited incomes,
Yes.
everybody, no matter
Yes.
what it is, whether
Yes.
it includes a pension or not, I just don't think we ever think about that
we
until
don't.
it's a little too late.
Yes, you're absolutely right, and I can vouch for that.
And then we do what's called the 5 wishes, which is an advanced planning tool that you
Yes.
can kind of put down what you want and how you want it.
Yes.
And hopefully someone will read it and
Yes.
follow it.
Yes.
In regards to last wishes. So I'm excited about that you took the class. I mean, and when I met you at graduation, because we do have graduation,
Yes, it was
you were
wonderful.
bubbling.
Oh, I was so proud. I said I really felt so proud of myself that I could get through this, because you do when you reach this, you don't think you have that ability anymore, you know, and to have that little bit, it really made me feel good. So it wanted me want more. I want more now.
And that's when you joined SCAN.
Yes, I did.
And so, what are your plans for the future with SCAN?
Oh, well, I'm now waiting for, there's a program, I just recently was diagnosed with diabetes. And I found out you offer a class, so I'm waiting patiently because, again, I was overwhelmed and because I didn't think it was going to happen to me. So,
Well, I am a diabetic, so I'm going public here, and I'm excited. I mean, I'm a certified trainer in diabetes.
Okay.
We have about 6 counselors here, so it's a new program for us, and we'll be rolling it out in the fall.
I'm so excited.
But so I have to practice what I've been preaching.
Yes.
Because it is a really silent disease.
Yes, it is.
And it is devastating in regards to if you don't take care
Exactly.
of it. But we will be taking that on the road, both in Monmouth and Ocean County, and we will be highlighting also caregivers, because a lot of caregivers who are either diabetic or taking care of people with diabetes can't get out, so we're
Yes.
going to make it a little easier for them. We're going to provide some transportation, which is a
Wonderful.
commodity.
Oh, yes.
We'll provide them with a volunteer for respite so that they can come out and be comfortable that their loved one's being taken care of. And then if you all continue to do the 6 classes, we will hopefully be able to give you a certificate to go buy that healthy food.
And that's the funny thing is, that's the expensive thing. You would think that it would be a cheaper way, but it's not.
It's really much more expensive.
Yes.
Farmers markets are really good
Yes.
now this time of
Yes.
year, but in the winter it becomes a little more
Yes.
difficult. So now you're a new ambassador for SCAN. You're a new member. I know that we might be coming to the location where you live in Port Monmouth.
Yes, Bayshore Villages, yes.
Okay, and how long have you been there?
Just over a little over a year. I'm so excited to say.
Yeah, and where did
Yes.
you come from originally?
Oh, I had to live with a daughter.
Okay.
And it's wonderful, yes, but it's taxing.
Have you always lived down here?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
Because
yeah.
I'm a Jersey girl, but
Me
I'm
too.
from Jersey City, Hoboken.
No, I've been always from the Monmouth County area,
Perfect.
so
And now you found this fabulous place to live.
wonderful.
And you're bringing us into your complex.
Yes,
You've made
I'm
introductions.
I have, and I've got everybody all hyped up. They can't, because I speak so high, because what I learned, I feel that it will be worth for everybody else. Even if they get one thing, I got more than one, and I'm lucky. I feel blessed, and I can't wait to get more. I really can't.
And then the other thing you and I spoke about recently is that I might take you on the road with me in regards to be a voice for seniors, especially newly retired
Yes,
or
yes.
living on fixed incomes,
Yes.
because I think everyone thinks everything is hunky-dory out there.
No.
And it's not. And so I have decided to become that advocate or the voice, and I talk a lot.
But I would be glad, but that's okay, because I can help you right there, because I do. Monmouth County is very slow at helping with the seniors, and there's a lot of senior buildings in Monmouth County, and I don't know if they realize it. And
We have 123 seniors in Monmouth County, so we're going to just kind of get them to come on our bandwagon and
wake
be
up
a
and-
voice.
Good.
So we have a couple of seconds left. I do want to thank you first, again, for being willing to come on our show, and really for being the newest member to the SCAN
thank you.
family.
Thank you for being there for us. Really, thank you very much
And
for
again,
opening my
I know
world.
Well, I'm happy, and I know that you've been dealing with Andrea Tarr, who's our program director.
I love Andrea.
And she is the best,
She
and
is.
so is all of my staff.
Oh, they are the best.
So again, thank you.
Thank you.
So I'm hoping that you enjoyed this show all about SCAN, and introduced you to a seasoned member and a brand new member, and highlighted some of the classes that we do here besides SAT, which is part of our SCAN on Wheels, where we go into the community and we bring this 10-week curriculum to you. If you're interested, please get in touch with us at SCAN 732-542-1326, or come take a tour, take a class on us, and we hope to see you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you.